Hello, scholars. Today we're going to work on the concept of long division. It can seem a little bit frightening because there's so many steps, but if we take it one step at a time, it's really quite doable. Now, the first thing we need to remember is a little acronym, a little saying that can help us divide. And it's rather silly, but effective. I'm going to move that down a little bit. The saying is that dead mice smell bad. Now, this might seem quite silly to you, but it's actually going to be quite useful because we have DMSB, and what that really means is not dead mice smell bad. That's just something to help us remember this. The D in dead means our first step in long division is to divide. Our second step is to multiply. Our third step is to subtract. And our last step is to bring down a digit. So, we're going to divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. And we're trying to remember DMSB. Once again, dead mice smell bad, if that helps you a little bit. Our first problem I want to look at is quite simple. What if we took 5 into 30? Now you might be saying, oh, that's quite simple. I know how to do that. The answer is 6. That's great. But what we want to do is look at all 4 steps involved in getting this process down so we can use bigger numbers later on. Now our first step is to divide. 5 doesn't go into 3, so I'm going to put a 0 there. But we know 5 goes into 30 6 times. So I divided. My next step will be to multiply. 6 times 5 is 30. After I multiply, I'm going to subtract. 30 take away 30 is 0. And finally, my last step would be to bring down a number, but there are no numbers there to bring down, so that's not what I'm going to do. At this point, I am done. Let's try another simple one. How about 36 divided by 6? Our first step is to divide. I'm going to make a mark there. 6 won't go into 3, so I'm going to put a 0 there. That'll help us so I don't make any mistakes later on. But 6 goes into 36 6 times. I divided. So next, I'm going to have to multiply. 6 times 6 is 36. After I multiply, I'm of course going to subtract. 30 take away 36 is 0. Here's where sometimes I'm going to be bringing down numbers, but here I don't have that opportunity, so there's nothing to bring down and my remainder of 0. That means I'm done. 36 divided by 6 is of course 6. Right? I'm going to look at one more simple problem from this video. Let's try 35 divided by 7. Our first step, dead mice smell bad. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. We're going to divide. 7 will not go into 3, but 7 goes into 35 5 times. I just divided. My next step is going to be to multiply. 5 times 7 is 35. My next step is to subtract. 35 take away 35 is 0. At this point, I would be able to bring down, but I don't have to since I am done. And that's it.